Welcome to Design Center. Haute Couture Week has finally started off, and I'm going to be talking about my favorite designer, Rahul Mishra, first, and then moving on to the other amazing designers and their amazing pieces that were showcased on the day one of the Haute Couture Week. So, this collection is called Becoming Love, which is representing the seven stages of love according to Rahul Mishra. This collection represents all the emotions that one feels when they fall in love with anyone or anything or any other aspect of life. Also taking inspiration from Sufism, classical art, and the work of Gustav Klimt, who was a Austrian symbolist painter. His work is also, I think, represented in this collection. So, first off, this first look, which is an all golden Zardozi embroidery look, it has to represent the heart. It's all made in gold to represent the sparkle of first attraction. And there are like veins also, I think, visible in this, which again, the first stage of love, that is attraction, is what is represented over here. And the other two pieces you can see are in white, which is also one of the main colors that Rahul Mishra has used for this collection, moving away from the blacks to kind of represent the purity of what love can be towards anything. Here again, we can see absolute sculpture, in the name of couture. In the middle piece, the yellow colored with this extravagant veil, structured veil, I have to say. And the third one is this really good use of wire material and then all these roses, because this collection is also an explanation of love through the representation of flowers and yeah, particularly flowers and floral embroidery and floral structure and silhouette and all of that. The second stage of love, which is infatuation, is a feverish rush that a person feels towards, again, anything that they are showing love to. And this is represented with pointillistic floral embroidery, which is basically using French knot to create a visual effect of a painting and using, like two shades maybe of coloring to show that it's been painted but it's actually embroidery, and that's really interesting, and that's what infatuation is represented with. Also, this concept of becoming love is not only for humanity, it transcends all living things, because I think love is amongst every kind of creature. Not me. This is what Rahul Mishra has said about this collection, that love transcends all living things. After attraction and infatuation comes the love emotion, which is basically, I think, the main emotion, where the seed that you've planted for like a flower, that's the explanation. Seed takes root and transforms. So basically, again, it's a symbolism or a representation with the talk about flowers and plants, that when you plant a seed and then you take care of it and you nurture it, then it grows and develops and becomes really beautiful or becomes a tree or something like that. And that's what's represented in several of these extravagant pieces, I think. Shifting the color from, I think, white to a little bit of blues and blacks, with again extreme amount of floral embroidery of various kinds, is represented again over here, which represents again various emotions, maybe like an obsession or even love and reverence is also represented here with these color choices and these embroidery choices. After the stage of love comes reverence and worship, which is represented with ethereal elements of floral embroidery of various kinds, even if it has got a black, background color or a blue color, the embroidery, the floral work The floral representation is to represent emotions like reverence and worship, which is a very deeper level of the emotion of love, where you respect and have faith and have trust in anybody or anything or even a god. Then comes the emotion of being obsessed with somebody or someone, and it is a very intense form of love that is represented with gold and black, gold color and black colors, which is also a reference of Gustav Klimt's works. So the use of color is very deliberate in this collection to represent each stage of love. And yeah, that's why you see a lot of gold and black towards the end. Here again, you see all these three pieces have a color combination of gold and black, and the third one has got like a pink also, which is again a representation of infatuation. Because as Rahul Mishra has said, infatuation is the feverish red, or in love is represented with like a tender pink, and obsession and the last stage of love, which is death, is represented with black, which I think is going to be visible in the last pieces of this collection. But again, we are back to some subtle colors, some golden and some white, and some all white looks, which is again used to represent the purity of love, which is the entire theme of this collection. You can see gradually the changes in color from white and white golden to this really huge black piece of gown jacket, and now this roses is all in all black in color, which represents the last stage of love, which is death. In death, love is an emotion that lingers and it remains. It's like a mark that is left, and that's why all of these are represented in black. And I love the way this entire collection tells the story and different stages of love. I have to talk about all these pieces here, but the one on the extreme left with these black roses popping out is very, reminiscent of what is being represented and explained in this collection. From the pink roses that were popping out in the start of the collection, now to black. And in the middle, there was like a mixed color combination of like a black and a pink and a gold structured roses on these like wire like things. And then these last three pieces are absolutely fantastic with that painting in the sweetheart neckline gown, and then this off shoulder piece, and the last one, it literally looks like somebody's attending a funeral, and it's got a veil and it's got this high fashion structured elements, and it looks absolutely fantastic. And I love the way this collection has told a story with the help of couture, has explained an emotion of love. The various stages have been represented in different formats of design detail and fashion elements, and it is just fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant. That was the end of the video. I'll be back with my review of Iris Van Herpen and Schiaparelli's new collection on the Haute Couture Week. And I hope you liked this video. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And definitely check out my Patreon channel as well for bonus content. Thank you for watching.